are great for hanging clothes and storing accessories in any room of your house. Get 11% off all Dakota closets right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Sinking driveway? Call SureDry. Settling patio? Call SureDry. Uneven pool deck? Call SureDry. Collapsing stoop? Call SureDry. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call SureDry. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. Schedule your free estimate today.
Paw prints happen. Stains don't have to. iClean, stain-resistant fabric for everyday life. iClean by La-Z-Boy. Learn more at lazyboy.com.
Straight ahead, standing room only at a county board meeting. We'll dive into a discussion about the Pelican River Forest.
Plus, a former sheriff's deputy in court. We'll have the details on his repeated phone calls to his estranged wife.
And we take you to Green Bay, Wisconsin for the National Championship Cheese Contest. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now. Well, Jeff, it seems like such a normal day out there. It's so calm.
That is about to change in a pretty big way around here, Jessica.
How soon can we expect some snow?
Light snow out there tonight, heavier snow tomorrow night into Thursday, lots of wind in there as well. Let's go outside and check on the warnings. These have all been upgraded now to a winter storm warning for everybody. Gets a warning for tomorrow night into Thursday. This is not for tonight. There's a winter weather advisory underneath this warning for tonight for light snow this evening. We'll get a break tomorrow morning, followed by the main event gets in here tomorrow evening. Out there now, we've had increasing clouds all day, and here's the snow beginning to fall across parts of western Wisconsin. This will basically focus its energy on central Wisconsin tonight with 3 to 6 inches of snow there, lesser amounts as you go north and south. But then the main event arrives for us tomorrow evening. That's getting together back here to the west across parts of Colorado. That's going to make a beeline for Milwaukee and then bring us some very heavy snowfall tomorrow evening. So again, tonight, light snow across central Wisconsin mostly. Tomorrow morning we get a break, and then the main event arrives for us tomorrow about this time, and heavy snow all through tomorrow night and pretty much all through Thursday. Our forecast then tonight, though, we're talking about cool temperatures down near 12. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan, Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. It's safe to say we have not seen a snowfall like this so far this winter season.
Definitely not. Meteorologist Conrad Sapinski is standing by next to the Oneida County Highway Department in Rhinelander. Conrad, what are you seeing out there?
Yes, guys, I am out here in Rhinelander. Behind me, we do have the dome containing some salt that will be used the next couple of days. We do also have some snowplows that are parked and ready to go for all that snow moving in. There will be more preparation going down by tomorrow. Right now, though, conditions are pretty calm. We do have some light winds, temperatures in the 20s, cloudy skies, no snow falling at the moment. But changes are on the way, folks. Tonight, we will get a lot more snow, several inches of snow, and then the main event is going down tomorrow evening into the day on Thursday. I definitely do not recommend any traveling, especially into those morning hours on Thursday, where possibly over a foot of snow will be likely. Yesterday, though, we did have around 2 inches of snow. This is very light and fluffy snow, not the best snow to make any snowmen or any snowballs in the area. And with that wind increasing the next couple of days, that is not good news for us. It will be blowing around and significantly reducing visibilities. I'm out here in Rhinelander. I am meteorologist Conrad Sapinski for Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Conrad. It was standing room only at the Oneida County Board meeting this morning. 50 people spoke during public comment in favor of the proposed Pelican River Forest. The forest east of Rhinelander would preserve 70,000 acres of land for conservation, timber harvest, and public use. But a resolution put forth by Monaco board member Robert Briggs would have objected to the easements needed to make that happen. State Senator Mary Felskowski was at the meeting. She spoke out against the forest project, saying the Conservation Fund could open up the land right now to the public if they wanted to.
The only thing that changes, perpetuity, and the roads are open. The conservation group can open those roads tomorrow. They're choosing not to. And why is that? because that's a really good way to put pressure on you.
While the Conservation Fund could open the roads right now, there is no guarantee that the next owner wouldn't close the roads. Only the easements would ensure they're open indefinitely. One problem that came up during the meeting was a perceived lack of communication with the DNR about the project.
I do want to speak on behalf of this conservation easement, which has received both unanimous approvals from the Wisconsin Conservation Congress and also the Natural Resources Board.
Gentleman from the DNR earlier said that he had the blessing of the Conservation Congress on this. I'm on the Conservation Congress. First time I've heard about it.
The board ultimately decided to form a committee to learn more about the Pelican River Forest project and hold listening sessions. We'll have more coverage of this story on our 6 p.m. newscast.
An investigation is underway after 2 people were killed in a 2-vehicle crash near Three Lakes today. Officials say the crash happened this afternoon on Oneida County Highway A. The Three Lakes Fire Department says that there was 1 driver and 1 passenger in each vehicle. 2 of the occupants were pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. Of the 2 who survived, 1 was taken by helicopter to receive care and the other was taken by an ambulance. There's no word on their condition or a possible cause of that crash. Today was day 2 of the trial of Stetson Grant, a former Oneida County Sheriff's deputy who was released by the department last year.
Grant is being charged with multiple counts of stalking, misconduct in public duty, and use of a dangerous weapon. Our own Kyle Pazorski was at the trial today and has more. Kyle?
Well, Dan and Jessica, yesterday opening statements were heard from both sides, followed by the listening of multiple audio recordings of Grant's interactions with his alleged victim. More of those audio recordings were heard throughout today's proceedings. In the criminal complaint, Grant is accused of harassing his spouse by calling her between 50 to 100 times a day. The 2 were going through a drawn-out divorce, which was finalized in 2020. In today's audio recordings, we heard some of those exchanges where Grant's spouse asked several times for him to leave, with him refusing to do so. Grant is also accused of entering her home on more than 1 occasion, with further court documents stating Grant admitted to investigators to punching the walls of the home. Newswatch 12 has previously reported that Grant faces 41 years in prison if convicted on all counts. However, multiple of those original counts have been dropped, taking his maximum sentence down to 17.5 years. Reporting here in the studio, Kyle Pazorski, Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Kyle. The Weston utility clerk was fired for allegedly embezzling money. On January 13th, the village noted possible embezzlement through a routine review of finances. An internal investigation found that utility clerk Teresa Coleman had access to those funds. After that, Coleman was put on paid administrative leave and later fired. The information gathered has been handed over to the Everest Metro Police Department to possibly make criminal charges. The Resch Expo Center in Green Bay was filled with the smell of cheese today.
Cheesemakers from across the country, including some from here in the Northwoods, are trying to prove they're a cut above the rest. The 21st edition of the U.S. Championship Cheese Contest is officially underway. 35 states are represented with more than 2,200 dairy entries at the competition. 42 nationally renowned judges grade the quality of each cheese product. One cheesemaker from Anago represented at the national event.
We have multiple cheeses in multiple categories. Our Anago plant just makes a super awesome Asiago and Parmesan, and then we also have a double-aged Parmesan. We brand it as Sarvecchio, and those are really important cheeses for us in the contest today.
The national event is run by the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association. It's the nation's premier technical cheese, butter, yogurt, and dry dairy ingredient competition.
There's a lot of creativity in this contest, and there's a lot of new cheeses, and there's a lot of good old traditionals that are always showing up every year.
The event opened its doors to the public today and will stay open through day 2 tomorrow. There are 113 different classes of dairy products. Judges will pick out the top 20, and a national champion will be named on Thursday.
That sounds delicious.
Yes.
Coming up, a local fire department did some training using dodgeball. We'll explain why.
Plus, the cycle of substance abuse and how to break it. We'll talk to a Northwoods counselor after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Woodruff Appliance and TV is a family-owned discount appliances, furniture, mattresses, and electronics store. Find top models of GE brands at the best prices around. Woodruff Appliance and TV, 2 convenient locations in Woodruff and Tomahawk since 1939.
For adventure. For climbing. For splashing. For towing. For premium. For capable. The GMC AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Or get 2.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty models.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Wausau Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our unique doctor-supervised program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back safely, naturally, and effectively. If you'd love to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no HCG, no drugs, no hypnosis or surgery, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I've lost 70 pounds in 30 inches. I know the secret. I feel great now after losing the 70 pounds. I can do stairs. I don't have pain through the day, through the night. As a breast cancer survivor, I knew I needed to lose the weight to prevent future health issues. I feel great, living each day with hope for my future.
For your free private weight loss consultation, call Wausau Weight Loss today at 715-203-8695. WeKnowTheSecret.com.
Tune in weeknights as Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller brings you the most up-to-the-minute weather data. Utilizing industry-leading technology, WJFW provides you an accurate forecast for your Northwoods weather.
All right, pull up a chair. You and I need to have a little conversation about this tonight. Here we are. The warnings have come together. This is a winter storm warning across pretty much all of Wisconsin, kicking in tomorrow night through Thursday for snow and wind. Around us, though, notice the regional impacts here, right? Everybody will get snow. Everyone will get some wind. And down south of us, across parts of southern Wisconsin, Chicago area, could see a very good ice storm down that way, which will impact travel there as well. Okay, so here's the first batch of snow now. The first batch came through last night. This is the second batch coming through tonight. Look for a widespread 3 to 6 inch snowfall across central Wisconsin tonight. Lesser as you go north and south of that, but overall, that'll be centralized right on central Wisconsin this evening. And that's round 2. And then the main event gets in here tomorrow night and into Thursday, and that's just now getting going across parts of Colorado. It'll have lots of energy, lots of moisture, lots of oomph in the atmosphere, and it's going to be a thing around here tomorrow night into parts of Thursday. Here's the radar now. Notice the banding features in here. That's energy in the atmosphere. As the atmosphere is being squeezed a bit right now, the air can't go down. It has to go up. Thus, you get the water cycle here. We'll get some snow out of that tonight, but more so across central Wisconsin. We'll see the worst snow this evening, probably a band of 3 to 6 inches there. Already, visibility is down, not here yet, but back off to the west of us. That's quarter-mile visibility across parts of western Wisconsin, and that is the snow shield, all moving this way for tonight. So likely after 8, 9 o'clock this evening, once it starts snowing, it's going to snow for a while this evening into tomorrow. Let's walk you through. So here we are tonight. Here's tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, still light to moderate snow across the entire area. Then we'll get a break for a couple hours tomorrow. Here's about 3 o'clock or so, a nice little break in the action. And then the main event arrives, right, from south to north across the area tomorrow. This is heavy snow, 11 o'clock news time tomorrow evening. And then behind that, all night long tomorrow night, heavy snow, wind in there as well. But by early parts of, say, midday on Friday, it gets out of here, right? And we can actually see a little bit of sunshine throughout the day on Friday as the system kind of pulls away. When it's all said and done, we're still talking about a foot plus across much of the area between now and Friday morning. A few spots in here, especially centered across parts of central Wisconsin and just north of that, could easily see 18 inches or so with this system, and that might be underdoing it for a couple of you. So the main event arrives for us tomorrow night into Thursday. Heavy snow, wind gusts of 45 miles per hour, blizzard conditions are possible, regional impacts with that, and bitter cold air will flood in behind this system on Thursday with high temperatures in the teens, lows below 0. Road salt belts do not work very well with temperatures that low. That'll be an issue as you're trying to dig out from the snow that's going to arrive for us for tomorrow. So we're walking a fine line here between blizzard and non-blizzard conditions. Overall, expect a lot of wind. What do you need to get a blizzard? Well, you need snow, either falling snow or blowing snow. You need wind gusts near 35 miles per hour sustained for 3 or more hours, and then also quarter-mile visibility. This will likely happen off and on tomorrow night into Thursday. It may not happen for a straight 3 hours or so. We'll see, but it's definitely going to be blizzard-like conditions around here for at times tomorrow night into parts of Thursday. And there is some cold air. It's going to tug down behind this system below zero right here. That's moving our way. So as we're digging out from this system on Thursday into Friday, it's going to be really cold around here. And you know what that does, right? The cold air over a wide open Lake Superior. By the way, wind gusts tomorrow near 45 miles per hour are forecasted 25-foot waves on Lake Superior tomorrow. That's also going to bring in some lake effect snow. That could be a lot of it. Go Gibbet Grange, Ontonagon, Houghton could see another foot of snow on top of the synoptic snow. So yeah, it's going on, right? So overall, we've been here before. We know what to do, but this is going to slow us down tomorrow. Likely lots of school closings for us on Thursday. They may even linger into parts of Friday. So our forecast tonight, though, we're talking about scattered snow showers, a widespread 2 to 4 inch snowfall with a narrow band of 3 to 6 across parts of central Wisconsin, likely including parts of the Wausau area into Merrill and Antigo, with low temperatures down near 12 for tomorrow. Okay, so early morning light snow showers, then a break for a little bit, then the heavier snow gets in here from south to north throughout the late afternoon hours. It may hold off until about this time tomorrow night with high temperatures near 23. That wind's going to pick up. Northeast wind's going to gust near 35 tomorrow night. This light, fluffy snow has about 20-to-1 ratio to it. 1 inch of liquid, 20 inches of snow. It's going to be very light and fluffy. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows the big mess gets in here tomorrow night. Off and on snow showers Thursday and wind. Friday, we get a break, a high of 15, a low near 4 below. And here's the weekend. Some light snow on Saturday, followed by what could be another pretty big system getting in here on Monday. Dan and Jessica.
The Arborvitae Fire Department just held a training about forcible entry and air management techniques. Firefighters often have to break into a building during an emergency. They're taught to identify the door construction, then choose the right tools, and finally force the door open safely. Now, the second part of the training was a session of dodgeball, and it wasn't to practice throwing or catching, but to practice managing air supply. A dangerous part of firefighting is running out of air. The dodgeball games trained members to frequently check their air levels and make decisions on when to back out.
It's hard to find anyone who's not affected by substance use disorder, whether it's personal, a family member, or a friend. Drug abuse can strain relationships past their breaking point. In tonight's edition of Feel Great Today, we're talking about breaking the cycle of substance abuse.
Feel Great Today with Jessica Jukic.
Warning signs of substance abuse would really be, again, is it interfering with your relationships? Are you using large amounts than intended? Is it really becoming harder to not only stop substance use, but to also lessen use?
Substance use disorder is a disease that affects a person's brain, making it hard to control their use of legal or illegal drugs. Tanya Hoy with Kohler Behavioral Health Clinic says she's recently seen an increase in meth use throughout the Northwoods.
It's one of those things that I think really has a stigma around it, that not a lot of people are talking about it, but on our end that we're seeing a lot of increased use.
The most commonly used addictive substance is alcohol, according to the state's Department of Health Services. Hoy says step one of addressing substance use disorder is talking about it.
The biggest thing about substance use is we're trying to break that stigma, right? To normalize it, get to talking about it.
After that, Hoy says knowing your triggers and being mindful can help break the cycle.
Instead of using substances as coping mechanisms, to find healthy ways to cope with either stress or anxiety or whatever those triggers may be.
The Kohler Behavioral Health Clinic offers a 6-week-long program in Rhinelander called COPE to help adults beat addiction.
Keep reaching out for support. Once you reach sobriety, it doesn't just stop there. We need to continue to reach out for support to continue that journey.
Thanks for the insight. Next week, we'll be focusing on fitness, and we'll have tips on how to get back in shape for summer.
Coming up, Packers stars Aaron Jones and Elton Jenkins are coming to the Northwoods. We'll tell you why right after the break.
Oh my gosh! In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV, like Bronco, Explorer, or the new Escape. Get here to get a deal on the SUV's #1 in brand loyalty. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose FlexBuy on Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 Auto Show cash.
We're surrounded by friends and the people we love.
Rose Brigade! Let him go!
When all this began, I was a different person.
You've killed 3 people. I'm not perfect.
There's an end waiting for all of us.
The Blacklist, Sunday after Magnum PI on NBC.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs, and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
The Northwoods Children's Museum in Eagle River is bringing back their annual Tea Party for the first time since 2017.
The Tea Party is for children ages 3 through 12 and will be held on Saturday, March 4th. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl went to the Children's Museum and spoke to organizers. Nick?
Thanks, Jessica. Princesses and princesses are encouraged to have their parents make them a lunch date for Saturday, March 4th. The Tea Party is intended to give kids a chance to play dress up and just be kids.
It's been 5 years since Margie Reichlach was able to host the Princess Tea Party at the Northwoods Children's Museum. The event started as a fundraiser for the museum, but now organizers are hoping the event provides a setting for a memorable family experience.
The princess dresses are not required. However, it is a fun experience to glam it up a little bit.
This year will be worker Kylie Dominick's first tea party, but she's excited to see the kids' reactions when they arrive.
I think they're definitely going to be most excited to see us all dressed up as princesses.
Kylie's been doing more than just getting her princess dress ready.
I've been building and making decorations, and I've been helping plan the activities for the day.
And what can future royalty expect during their visit?
Beautiful treats and snacks for them, sandwiches, pink lemonade, of course, for those who don't want tea.
There will be crafts available, a limbo competition, and even a princess parade. And if you're not into princesses or have a few other kids to entertain, there are other exhibits as well.
We have 24 interactive exhibits for everyone to have fun. So there's something for everybody here.
Margie is hoping families will take advantage of this unique event because it allows kids to be creative and use their imaginations.
To just experience something that is always fun for pretend play, but here we really make it meaningful and special.
Tickets are still available for the March 4th event, and people are encouraged to make a purchase in advance as spaces are limited.
Thanks, Nick. Some Green Bay Packers stars will be stopping by Minocqua and Rhinelander this spring. It's part of the Packers Tailgate Tour set for April 11th through the 15th. The tour will once again feature current and alumni Packers players, with current players Aaron Jones, Elton Jenkins, and Romeo Dobbs, and alumni players HaHa Clinton Dix, Eddie Lacy, and Devon House, along with Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy. On the 14th of April, the Packers will stop by the Minocqua Airport, where the Boys and Girls Club of the Northwoods will be hosting a Great Futures benefit event at 5:30. To purchase tickets for that event, go to our website, WJFW.com. Then on the 15th, the Packers will be stopping by the Habitat for Humanity Restore in Rhinelander from 9 to 10 a.m. Photos will be available in exchange for $20 donations.
The girls basketball round 1 of playoffs tips off tonight for many schools in the Great Northern Conference. Rhinelander, Anago, Northland Pines, and more will play. Number 8 seed Rhinelander will host number 9 seed Medford tonight, and the winner will play New London. Anago is scheduled to play Wapaka, and the winner will face off with Merrill. And finally, Tomahawk travels to play Northland Pines. We'll have full highlights and scores tonight at 10. We'll be back with one final check of the forecast.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Check out this gorgeous sectional, and it comes with a free ottoman, plus so much more during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left.
Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying
What's
something?
really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Old Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly sear filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone Pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com.
Looking at mattresses?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable. That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Right now at our huge President's Sale, get this Sealy Posturepedic mattress for $5.99. Slumberland, mattress shopping reinvented.
Well, Jessica and Jeff, I got in my final ski before the big race on Saturday, the Birkbeiner. I was at Washburn Lake Trail in Woodborough. Some powder out there, Jeff, and only more powder to come, so it seems.
Look how cool that looks. Okay, so we're going to put a foot of snow on that tomorrow into Thursday, which will slow down the race a bit, but it's not till Saturday. You can make some ruts in the snow before then, can't you?
I know. I think they have enough equipment that they can push the snow to the sides of the trails, so I'm hoping that's what they'll do.
All right, let's go on the side.